Hello, fellow humans. It's Audria Firestone, and I am, in a way, reiterating in a different way with someone else's words, this time something that we've talked about before. Surrender. Again. All right, let me put this up here. So, I happen to love this book. I have been a codependent being in relationships because that's what I was trained to do when I was little. And boy, oh boy, I got really good at it. Well, it was the only thing I was applauded for. So I figured, okay, I'll do that. It's good. So here we go with Melody Beattie, The Language of Letting Go, Daily Meditations on Codependency. And now I know that I'm not the only one in the world who has this issue about trying to make everything right, trying to make everything better. You know something? It don't work. So I'm going to read, this is an entry of May 29th. Again, it's Melody Beattie, The Language of Letting Go. Powerlessness and unmanageability. Willpower is not the key to the way of life we are seeking. Surrender is. I have spent much of my life trying to make people be, do, or feel something they aren't, don't want to do, or choose not to feel. I have made them and myself crazy in that process, said one recovering woman. I spent my childhood trying to make an alcoholic father who didn't love himself be a normal person who loved me. I then married an alcoholic and spent a decade trying to make him stop drinking. I have spent years trying to make emotionally unavailable people be emotionally present for me. So, how many of you can raise your hand to that statement? I'm going to read it one more time. I have spent years trying to make emotionally unavailable people be emotionally present for me. Doesn't work. I have spent even more years trying to make family members who are content feeling miserable happy. What I'm saying is this: I've spent much of my life desperately and vainly trying to do the impossible and feeling like a failure when I couldn't. It's been like planting corn and trying to make the seeds grow peas. It won't work. By surrendering to powerlessness, I gain the presence of mind to stop wasting my time and energy trying to change and control that which I cannot change and control. One more time, I have this highlighted. By surrendering to powerlessness, I gain the presence of mind to stop wasting my time and energy trying to change and control that which I cannot change or control. It gives me permission to stop trying to do the impossible and focus on what is possible, being who I am, loving myself, feeling what I feel, and doing what I want to do with my life. In recovery, we learn to stop fighting lions simply because we cannot win. We also learn that the more we're focused on controlling and changing others, the more unmanageable our own life becomes. The more we focus on living our own life, the more we have a life to live, and the more manageable our life will become. Today, I will accept powerlessness where I have no power to change things, and I'll allow my life to become manageable. So I've put these out in 3 points for us. Willpower is not the key to life. You guys, I have spent most of my life forcing myself to do this, that, or the other. because my intellect thought it was the right thing to do, because I was hammered upon by the shoulds of life. You should do this. And if you do this, then you are going to be accepted and you are going to be loved. And that's usually baloney too, because the people who are spouting that don't have the wherewithal to even love themselves, let alone love you. So forcing yourself, using willpower to muscle through anything is not the key. Surrender is the key. Let go. There are things, so many things, so much that we cannot control. It's not our job. And by the way, I don't do windows either, okay? Just so you know. All right, the second is give yourself permission to stop trying to do the impossible. I love this one. I love this. Audria, you have permission to stop trying to do the impossible. Think about that. Don't just think about it. Feel it. Feel it in your body. Feel the joy of realizing that's impossible, that I don't have to do that. And it's not my job to do it. It is amazingly liberating. And finally, the more we focus on living on our own life, the more we focus on living our own life, the more we have a life to live. And that's what I wish for us all. I'm not saying, and I want to be very distinct about and clear about these distinctions, is yes, when you can do something about something and you see that it is within your wherewithal to make something better. But if it involves changing another person, stop. Stop right there, because that's not your job. The only person you have the right to change is yourself. That is the only person you have the right to change. And when you feel that, you will find that you have energy for yourself that you didn't have before. It's extraordinary. You suddenly find, my goodness, I have more energy than I thought I did. Yes, because you're taking care of your life and not everybody else's life. And by the way, it's a great way to avoid looking at the problems in your own life. That's why I was codependent. I could take care of other things, but I wasn't looking at my own history that I needed to heal, unearth, and heal. So give yourself permission. This one, number 2, give yourself permission to stop trying to do the impossible. Let it go. Open those beautiful hands and let it go. So I leave you with that thought, and go forth and enjoy taking care of you. Put yourself not only on the list, but try putting yourself on the top of the list for one day. Ooh, you might be pleasantly surprised. All right. Mwah. Let me know what you think below this, and on YouTube, please subscribe. I would love that. Subscribe and ring the bell so that you'll know when I do another live, and it will be tomorrow. I think there's a song about that. Goodbye. Later, alligators.